Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some potential Battlefield 6 Season 1 maps that have already been leaked via 1BF Telegram, and the fact that Battlefield 2042 has already nerfed the brand new air vehicles to the game. If you watched any of Silk's videos on the A10 Warthog or the Frogfoot, you would know exactly why they're getting nerfed, but we'll be going over all of this. If you want to follow Battlefield 6, this is the channel for you. I just want to thank each and every single one of you for hitting 90,000 subscribers. I'm trying to work on the 100,000 subscribers special because I have a feeling that we may hit it faster than I anticipate, and I want to be ready for that. So again, thank you so much for 90,000 subs. I still remember when I wanted to start uploading on YouTube, and I amassed 2,000 subs just from Twitch streaming for so long, and I figured I'll throw some videos up and see what happens, and now we're here. So again, crazy stuff. Onto the video now. So we're going to be covering some 1BF Telegram leaks. These are, of course, leaks. Take these with a grain of salt. However, it does seem Battlefield 6's Season 1 map content is starting to be leaked, starting with this map, Eastwood. These are recreations based off of resources, apparently. These are not official images. This is a top-down view of Eastwood. You can see it's a fairly residential location with a big villa in the center. This kind of reminds me of Hacienda from PUBG, if any of you guys play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds still. But taking a look at this top-down thing here, you can see that this is still very CQC, very infantry-friendly, which of course is causing some people concern. If you take a look at this image here, which is apparently the right spawn view, this instantaneously reminded me of some previous concept art that was already leaked quite a while ago, which I'll put up on screen right now. Take a look at this first image here. You can see the buildings on the right have the exact same roof style, the exact same wall color as the 1BF Telegram thing, and of course, just the general vibe of it kind of checks out. And then if we take a look at this other one here, this was leaked months ago, and you can see he's in a residential area. You can see again the same building style on the right side of your screen. So this all lines up very well with previous leaks. Taking a look at another view here, this is zoomed into the villa in the center of the map. This instantaneously reminds me of another game, Rainbow Six Siege. I could imagine them doing something like this for a map design, or maybe there is already something like this in Rainbow Six Siege. That's why I'm thinking of it. But this zoomed in view of the villa compared to the overhead view, which we already took a look at, makes me wonder if this villa is larger than we think it is, and it makes me wonder if the map in general is larger than people are anticipating right now. Then finally we have a last view of Eastwood. These are just apparently additional shots. We have a swimming pool, we have multiple little, I don't know what you want to call these areas, little outside areas. Maybe that's a golf course in the background. I have no idea. But it looks like a very hoity-toity, rich sort of downtown area neighborhood, and I'm actually really interested to see how this map plays. Next up, we have another potential Season 1 map for Battlefield 6 that 1BF has reconstructed based off of apparent resources and leaks that they have seen. This is interesting because if this reconstruction is any sort of accurate, look at the way the spawns are set up. You have NATO all the way on the right side of the map, and then we have Pax Armada all the way on the left side. Taking a closer look at this image in the individual areas, you can see at the top of your screen, there are a bunch of oil fields with oil pumps and maybe storage tankers as well, with a tower in the direct center. Then moving down, we can see specific areas 1BF labeled. We have oil tanks, oil pumps, we have auto part stations, a big mountain called Overview, and a residential area. If you take a look at the bottom left of the image with that big warehouse, this instantaneously reminded me of something that was already previously leaked. So if you take a look at this from a couple months ago, that could be one of these warehouses here. Maybe it doesn't line up 100%, but who knows? Maybe they changed the layout of the map and this concept art isn't true to the actual new layout. One thing is for sure, I think we can count on Badlands being one of the larger maps featured in Battlefield 6. I seem to recall a map size comparison, which I can't seem to find right now, suggesting Badlands might be slightly smaller than Mirac Valley. So again, the overhead view might be deceiving when it comes to the actual real size of this map in the game. Now moving on to some pretty important changes when it comes to Battlefield 2042 if you care about farming the Battle Pass for the Battlefield 6 cosmetics and the new jets. which I'm sure some of you are starting to unlock right now. So some people noticed XP gains didn't seem to be where they should have been during the week 3 missions, and those players were correct. DICE fixed this by just simply increasing the amount of tokens you get for completing the week 3 missions. But the big thing they did in this update is nerf the brand new attack jets, the A10 Warthog and the Frogfoot Su-25TM. These vehicles were absolutely busted. Not everybody knew it yet because, of course, you had to unlock it, but let me just guarantee you, if you don't believe me, I will link a Silk video in the description where I think he gets like 130 kills, and these vehicles instantly deleted tanks. They were some of the most devastating jets I think I've ever seen put in a Battlefield game. And before I go over the nerfs specifically, I do have to commend DICE here. According to not only people like Silk that actually fly quite a lot in Battlefield 2042, but myself, when I checked how these jets function, the physics of these attack jets are way better than the default physics you find on the F-35. They are more akin to Battlefield 3 and 4 flight physics, which to me proves that DICE can actually implement that system again. I didn't think they could do it. I thought we're just screwed for jet mechanics, particularly in Battlefield 6. The vehicles in BF6 right now are a massive, massive topic of discussion because a lot of people feel like they just need complete reworks when it comes to physics and the way they function. And I think these attack jets in Battlefield 2042 served as a way for DICE to try to prove they could implement a system similar to Battlefield 3 and 4 once again, where speed control matters, because in these jets, of course, you have to keep a 313 speed to loop as tightly as possibly can for dogfighting and turning and just for efficient gameplay. So in my opinion, whatever they did with these attack jets, they should immediately port those physics over to the BF6 jets. It would be a massive improvement. Now, onto the nerfs. They nerfed basically every single thing about them. They nerfed the blast damage on the explosive cannon. They nerfed the blast radius. For the regular cannon, they also nerfed the maximum damage, the minimum damage, the damage fall off, and they changed where it starts and ends. So they gutted the cannons, and rightfully so. I saw Silk just utterly dominating lobbies, one-framing tanks from really incredible distance as well. So if you were fast enough to unlock these jets and use them in their overpowered state, I'm sure you had a lot of fun, but unfortunately they did have to be reeled in. That's all I have for you in this video today. For people asking about the Battlefield Top Plays and the podcasts, don't worry, I know we're sort of in a weird state of limbo. I am trying to get the podcast started back up, and the Battlefield Top Plays should be this weekend on Sunday once again. If you would like to submit clips, particularly Battlefield 6 beta clips, to the Battlefield Top Plays, that is in the description. And if you enjoy the content, hit the sub button, hit the like button, and let me know what you think about all this stuff. Swing by a stream. I stream every single day at twitch.tv/enders. All links in the description. And I'll see you guys later.